Right, so we're now on to our third project out of the kit, and we've got an 8x8 card. I've glued on a piece of the checked paper which has got this on the back, and it's sort of a beigey colour scheme, this card. I've distressed the edges like with the other mats and layers and everything, and I've got 2 pieces of pattern paper that were left from what I've done before, and I'm going to mat and layer these on like this. And you see, it doesn't matter if you have mats and layers that are just the same next size down to your card blank, because you can layer them up like this and use up pieces that are left, and it actually lets more of the background one show, which is nice. And what you can also do is you can stamp, if I find my black ink, onto the background one to add more interest. So this is black archival ink. This is a little indigo blue stamp, and because there'll be an area there and an area there that's blank, I can just pick up a bit of ink and add a bit of interest in those areas. And it doesn't have to be first generation stamping, it can be second generation stamping. There we are. So that just adds a little bit more interest to the corners. We may end up covering them up, but... So the next 2 layers, as I say, I'm going to pop there and there. And I'm going to, apart from the flowers that I'm going to put on, I'm going to keep this one fairly flat, because those will give quite a lot of dimension anyway, and I don't want it to be really fat for posting. So to put that up there. And that one there. And I'm just leaving a little gap between the base layer and the next one. That's that. So I now have, what's this then? Yeah, this is a little bit of a punch magazine, vintage punch magazine, which I thought I would put there. I'll just check the placement before I glue it on, for having hair up there. Yes, and then I think that's going to tuck in there. So again, I'm just going to glue it on. I'm not going to use any foam tape at this stage. I might put our lady onto a bit of foam tape. I'll see. So that goes there. I'll glue her onto the other piece of cardboard that I've cut just a little bit bigger than the photograph. It's let's see. Yeah, it's just fractionally bigger. That's it. I'm just gluing her on there. I might, as I say, put her on foam pads, or some more of the leftover chipboard would be ideal just to go underneath her. But before I do that, I just need to decide on my placement for this. This bit of ephemera, which I thought looked nice there, and that one has a bulldog clip, so I thought it looked rather nice clipped to that top layer there. I could put that on foam tape. This is a piece of ephemera that looks like a ruler. It would be quite nice going. I think actually just going under the photograph would be better. No, it might not see much of it. I'll leave it a bit lower there. And then we've got our other bits and pieces just to pop in, and we will cover a lot of that up, but I think it doesn't matter so much. So I'll put some foam tape under this one. I'll just put a little bit of PVA glue on mostly, and then I can move it about. It isn't stuck immediately. Trying to get that in place without getting my head in between the camera. Yeah, there we are. Alright, that one, I think we'll have it that way. And I'm just going to stick that one down. It's going underneath there. Even a little bit further down. Okay. That's it. Well, I'm just going to ink the edge of that because it's a little bit white. Most of the ephemera, as I cut it out, I ink the edges with Vintage Photo, just so that if I forget to do it as I'm going along, it's already done. But I must have missed that one. So that's just about the right length to go there. So we'll go that's it. It's for actually over the edges. I don't mind things over the edges. It gives a more uneven look, which I quite like. Let's see, I think we'll go and glue Our Lady on next. So I'll see how much of this chipboard I've got that'll fit the bill. Just go up a bit with that. Might fit in there. Just have to cut a little bit off. It cuts quite easily, does this as well. Now we can use that bit up in there. So it's a good way of using it up, as I say, but adding dimension to your card as well. It doesn't matter that it's got ink on it, it'll still stick. Going fairly well up to the edge, I think. Middle, and this last little bit, and then we can just glue it to the card. There we are. when I'm using PVA, I don't use masses. It's very strong glue and you don't actually need that much. So that should be enough. And then we'll pop her up there. Just check she's straight. Yeah, she's straight. That's it. So she's raised up a bit, but not an enormous amount. Just enough. And then I think we'll have that there and that there. So what I'm going to do here is I'll glue one piece of ephemera to the other and then glue it on. Just an easy way of doing it. Like that. And then I think I'll just glue that onto the photograph. If I had a little bit of chipboard, which I do, I could just add that at the other end and then it would make it the same level. Oops, just dropped it. Make my glue up and then it doesn't get on the back of my card. So that's the last little bit of chipboard that I had left, and I've just glued it on there so that when, hopefully then that goes on there, I have to move it a little bit. That will just raise it up enough so it's the same level. To hold it there a second. Now, what have we got left? We've got some of the cheesecloth. We've got the 3 little dark roses, which I thought were too dark for the other project. Actually, I think they look really nice with this brown colour scheme. And I've just grouped them together and scrunched them up a little. And I think they'll possibly just sit in there. And then with a couple of leaves round them. I'm just wondering if it would be better that way on. No, I think that way because we're going to have our today across there. Which I think I'll put that on first and then we can see exactly where we want our roses. So let's see if I can cut another very thin strip. That should be not quite long enough. I always keep one set of scissors, which I call my sticky scissors, for cutting foam tape, double-sided tape, anything like that, because they get in such a state with the double-sided tape and glue and everything that I don't use my good scissors. And every so often I'll do them down with a bit of nail polish remover and then sandpaper to sharpen them again a bit. Right, so, oh, and I've just realised I've made a boo-boo because she's raised up. Never mind, we'll see what it looks like. I just have to put another bit of foam tape under one end. It's going fairly well across, so there's only that little bit that will be. I don't think that looks too bad. It would have been better if I'd kept it all to a level, but mistakes happen. Nobody's perfect. And then I'm just going to put that on there and glue my roses on. So this is quite lightweight, so I think it will hold with the PVA, and the PVA will dry clear. So I'll just dab that on like that. That should hold that. But my roses I'm going to do with gel medium because I don't know if the PVA will be strong enough. We'll see. I know this will be strong enough, but I'm a bit doubtful on the PVA. So we'll put those just there, and they can go across both levels, and the stem's there. And then I've got these little leaves. So I'm going to tuck those in underneath. That's one. And I think we'll have the other one at this side too. Yeah, I think that looks nice. And then I've got one more little bit of ephemera, which actually looks quite white. I might ink it up a little bit to make it a bit more beige. And let's see. Either there or there. I think we've got enough circles there. We'll pop it at the top here. And then it'll carry the circle theme right across the card. So we'll pop it just in there. I do sometimes, till the chipboard glue sets, put it under something, just like a book or something, just till it sets straight. But that's our third project out of the kit for the shadowbox.